CJ Flyer back with the Fire, another YouTube video. In today's video, we have yet another episode of the NBA 2K24 Rebuild Restart Challenge, aka the Blow It Up Challenge, in which we trade all 5 starters on the NBA team, and we hope to get in return a package that is going to get us an NBA championship within the same season. So last episode we did the Philadelphia 76ers, and this one we are doing none other than the Milwaukee Bucks. We're just going down the line, alphabetical order here. We're going to hit every single team with this challenge and see which ones we can get the farthest with. But nonetheless, this one should be a little bit easier. We have Giannis Antetokounmpo, an MVP candidate. We have Damian Lillard, who was just acquired by Milwaukee in some trades in the preseason, as we all know. We have Chris Middleton, who's been starting. We have Brook Lopez, and then none other than Malik Beasley. He has been starting in 4 out of the 5 games for the Milwaukee Bucks. This is being recorded as the Bucks have finished their 5th game. And so yeah, even though Bobby Portis does have the higher overall in 2K, he is not a starter, so we are not going to be trading him. And then Jay Crowder, he only started 1 game, so we're focusing on the primary starters, which again, Giannis, Damian Lillard, Chris Middleton, and Brook Lopez and Malik Beasley. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so right off the bat, we're just going to go ahead and see who we can get for Giannis. I just want to see if there's a package out there to get some kind of MVP talent in return. And right off the bat, a very similar package to what we saw in our 76ers Rebuild Restart Challenge video. Giannis and Pat Connaughton for Jaylen Brown and Kristaps Porzingis. Not a bad pickup. If this is the same exact package that every team with an MVP candidate is going to get, I'm not sure I want to do it. I want to keep things fresh. So let's just see what else there is. There's Trae Young and DeJounte Murray, Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, Julius Randle, and Jalen Brunson. That's a pretty decent package, although Julius Randle has been a little bit rusty to start the season. We have Kyrie and Derek Lively. We have Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon, Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam. We have Jalen Green and Fred VanVleet, and then Scoot Henderson and DeAndre Ayton. So a lot of these packages, again, very similar. I guess the logic is similar just based on the type of player and the level of talent, you know, MVP caliber. And a lot of these packages are very similar to what was offered for Embiid. So right now, I'm just seeing the best one to me is this Jaylen Brown Porzingis once again, but I don't necessarily want to go for that yet. We could also try for the Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo. Now, a couple things to keep in mind. One, we don't necessarily have to get rid of Bobby Portis because, again, he's not a starter on this team. He's a backup, and he's pretty solid for a backup. You know, 82 overall. He can get some threes. He can get some rebounds. So there is potential for him to transition into a starting role depending on who we pick up in these trades. Perhaps we favor guards and forwards more than big men, so then Bobby Portis would slide into the 4 or the 5. But that is yet to be seen. So, you know, we could start by trading Giannis right off the bat, but let's just go ahead and see as well what is there for Damian Lillard. We have a package here for Darius Garland. That would be pretty good. We have a package here to get Drew Holiday back along with Jaylen Brown. We have one here, again, Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis. That would be a good duo. There's same package from the Knicks, same from the Nuggets. We got Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby from the Rockets. Or not from the Rockets, sorry, the Raptors. And then from the Rockets, we have Amen Thompson. And yeah, I don't like this one. But we're trying, you know, the goal is to win NBA Finals within the first season. So anything like this, even though, you know, good potential within a few years. And honestly, this trade kind of sucks anyways. But yeah, okay. So we kind of get the gist of things. Looks like Jaylen Brown is just out there and available. Here we trade Dame and Bobby Portis to get Drew back and to get Jaylen Brown. I'm not entirely opposed to this trade and then just seeing what there is for Giannis. So like, for example, if we did this trade here, we got Drew and Jaylen Brown. We could go ahead and flip Giannis to get Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo. And then you have a lineup of Drew Holiday at the 1, you have Tyler Hero at the 2, Jaylen Brown at the 3, and then you have Bam Adebayo at the 4 or the 5. And then we still have 3 starters to trade after that, I believe, right? I mean, I believe so, unless someone else is packaged with Giannis that's a starter. Yeah, we still have a chance to further improve the team. So that might not be a bad way to go. We could also go the trade DeJounte Murray route to package with Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo as well. Just kind of depends what we're looking for here. It's 2 birds, 1 stone again. We got 2 starters here trading for 2 of the Kings starters. This one might be good. I mean, it's just kind of hit or miss. So let's go ahead. Again, let's just look at this bench here. I'm kind of just fiddling around right now with ideas in my head here, but you know, we still got. Let's see what's available for Chris Middleton. What is out there for him? Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine is out there. That would not be bad. Although it looks like we got to package Brook Lopez there. Porzingis and Brook Lopez involved in a trade. We got Marcus Smart and Steven Adams. That's pretty solid. A lot of good ones here. Bam Adebayo can get picked up in this trade. And it looks like there's no shortage of teams that are willing to pick up Chris Middleton. It's just unfortunate that a lot of these players have a worse overall rating. CJ McCollum, that's a pretty close one right there. But so far, I'm not seeing, other than this Bradley Beal trade here, I'm not, oh, there we go, Karl-Anthony Towns. That's not too bad. We got Klay Thompson, similar overall. I know the number doesn't mean a whole lot, but just kind of keeping it in mind, you know, just for value to value kind of trades here. All right, and then if we look at solo Brook Lopez trades, see if there's anything different that pops up. Jared Allen. Jared Allen would be a great pickup. Again, with that Marcus Smart, Steven. Actually, this one, I might pull the trigger on this, to be honest, because I mean, it's sad we trade both the Lopez brothers, but that is pretty good value to get back for the Lopez brothers. Getting Marcus Smart and Steven Adams. Yeah, that might be hard to pass up. We can also go for Domantas Sabonis. That would be good too. I'm down for it. Obviously, Kobe Jones, not as good of a backup as Jay Crowder, but still worth a look at that. All right, here's what we're going to do, because I think in real life, if you just trade Brook Lopez for Domantas Sabonis, I mean, that's a win. That is an easy win right there. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to go through with this first trade here, trading away Brook Lopez, and now going right off the bat, we have Domantas Sabonis in here. So that's pretty nice. Add 2 untouchables. Okay, I'm going to see now what we can get for Chris Middleton. Right off the bat, we have this Porzingis trade coming up again. So that would be quite the interesting pairing, having 2 stretch bigs, Porzingis and Sabonis, together on the same team. I am not opposed to it. We have this Marcus Smart, Steven Adams package available once again. We have DeJounte Murray and Clint Capella. Bobby Portis is not a starter, so this is on the table. This is very much open. Bam Adebayo. An interesting pairing again with Sabonis, Lauri Markkanen. Another trade with the Kings and De'Aaron Fox. Okay, we're just going to go with some weird trades here. I just want to see what it would be like to match up Porzingis with Sabonis on the same team. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and that's going to require us also trade Malik Beasley. So 2 birds, 1 stone. We're getting rid of 2 starters in this trade. Let's go through with it. And this is what we have now. We have Sabonis and Porzingis on the same team. And then now we still have Giannis and Dame to trade away, so potentially getting 2 other high overall players as well. Let's see what we can get in the trade finder now. Of course, we got to go for some guards. It looks like the Celtics are just offering Chris Middleton right back to us to get Jaylen Brown and Chris Middleton there. Obviously, we don't really want to do that. Getting Trae Young and DeJounte Murray, that wouldn't be too bad. That solves the guard issue. No bigs. We don't need any bigs anymore. De'Aaron Fox and Keegan Murray, that's not too bad. We don't want Julius Randle. We don't want Aaron Gordon. We don't want Pascal Siakam. We don't want DeAndre Ayton. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. And then if we look at the Dame trades now, Darius Garland and Jared Allen. Jared Allen would probably be coming off the bench, which, you know, you could have worse players coming off the bench, that's for sure. I would say that you know, minus the shooting, I think it's a little bit of an upgrade on the rebounding, or at least the potential for an improvement. Once again, the Celtics are trying to give back Chris Middleton. We don't need Clint Capella here, but you know, not much. I'd say it's a pretty neutral transition going from Bobby Portis to Clint Capella. Although with Clint Capella, you do get the added size. You just, again, you lose the shooting from Bobby Portis. Bam Adebayo, we don't really need him. He would be coming off the bench. That'd be a bit awkward. Either that or we'd put Porzingis at the 3, but I don't really want to do that. Well, actually, no. You know what? Now that I'm saying it out loud, you know, these are already unrealistic. Let's just get a little crazy with it. Let's get a little bit crazy with it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get a really tall, big lineup. That's what the Bucks love to do in real life, anyways. The tall and long lineup. So we're gonna be trading Dame for Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo. Let's go ahead and do it. And let's look at the roster now. Oh yeah, that's gonna get really interesting really fast. Let's go ahead, add these to untouchable. Last trade of the video. Let's see what's available for Giannis, Jaylen Brown, and Drew Holiday. Yeah, that's a great package. Get Drew back on the team. Trae Young and DeJounte Murray, De'Aaron Fox, Keegan Murray. Again, I don't really want Julius Randle. Don't want Aaron Gordon. Don't want Pascal Siakam right now. Don't want DeAndre Ayton. Okay. So I'm thinking it's going to either be this Celtics deal, this Hawks deal, probably not the Kings deal. Actually, the Celtics one has to be the best value, right? Right? Because in this trade here with the Hawks, we have to give up Bobby Portis, who's a pretty good backup for us. I mean, Pat Connaughton's good too for a little spark off the bench, but I mean, if you're choosing between the two, I think you're choosing probably Bobby Portis, at least in 2K. This Kings one's not too bad either, though. Let's look at that roster again. So we do have Tyler Hero. He's going to be playing like a 2 or a 3. And then, yeah, I mean, honestly, we could have Tyler Hero coming off the bench if we do something like this Celtics trade. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. We're going to bring Drew Holiday back to Milwaukee. All right, and now if we look at the roster, we have Jaylen Brown, Domantas Sabonis, Bam Adebayo, Drew Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis, Tyler Hero, and Bobby Portis, all above 80 overall. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players over an 80 overall. And we have some decent players off the bench still. We have Cameron Payne, not a bad backup for a guard. Robin Lopez for that bench energy. And we got a good shooter as well here coming off the bench. Yeah, I mean, and we still have Giannis's brother. You know, maybe we should do Giannis's brother a favor, and let's just also trade him, what was it, to the Celtics? I think that's where we just sent him. Yeah, we'll go ahead. We'll send Giannis's brother to the Celtics. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, there's no deal available for him going to the Celtics. Interesting. All right, well, if they don't want him, they're not going to get him. Let's go ahead, set the lineups here. And 2K has auto-set Sabonis to come off the bench. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of wanted to take a shot at doing an incredibly tall lineup and have Tyler Hero coming off the bench. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. And yeah, there we go. Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Kristaps Porzingis at the 3, Sabonis at the 4, and Bam Adebayo at the 5. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is the ridiculous lineup we were looking for. Let's go ahead and try it out. So far so good. We're starting 11 wins, 3 losses, 12, 13. Look at that. Looking good. All right. We are now about halfway through the season. Bam Adebayo just got an injury, 1 to 2 weeks. Okay, that's not too bad. And right before the end of the regular season, I kid you not, like 1 game away, Tyler Hero out with a pulled right calf muscle, 6 to 8 weeks. This is not good timing. Not good timing at all. So we're going to have to fix the minutes here. Our potential 6th man of the year here going out. And yeah, wow, looks like we're going to have to give most of these minutes away. Yeah, this is not good. Not good at all. Where can we give some more minutes? I just give some more to Sabonis, Porzingis. We'll just kind of sprinkle them in here. All right, and just edging out getting 50 wins for the season, Nikola Jokic with the MVP, Victor Wembanyama, Rookie of the Year, Chris Paul, 6th Man of the Year, beating out Tyler Hero. We'll check his stats in a minute. Nick Claxton with Defensive Player of the Year, and Şengün with the Most Improved Player of the Year, averaging a double-double along with a steal and a block. And clutch player of the year, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Steve Kerr and the Warriors getting the 1 seed in the West with 55 wins. And then the Milwaukee Bucks finishing second in the conference with 50 wins and 32 losses. Let's go ahead and see if one of our team made the All-NBA teams. Giannis with the Celtics getting on the All-NBA first team. No one for Milwaukee on the second team. Dame with the Heat getting on the second team. And no one on the third team. So looks like none of our players made it on any of the teams. Same with the defensive teams here. So it is what it is. Let's go ahead. Let's check out the stats and standings. And the team that beat us out for the 1 seed, the Cleveland Cavaliers with 51 wins. And then right below Milwaukee, it looks like a tight race for the 1 seed. We have Philadelphia at third, tied with Miami. So all in all, not too bad. The Celtics with Giannis only getting to the 7th seed, so they do have a play-in game to get through. Other than that, if we go over to the West, and we see it's the Warriors, the Grizzlies, the Trailblazers. Okay, interesting. So it looks like, which team did not make it? Oh, the Kings fell out. That's kind of to be expected after we took away Sabonis from them. Yeah, so they had, instead of Sabonis, they had Brook Lopez, and that kind of killed their momentum a lot. Yeah, surprised that trade was in the trade finder, but hey, it's good on us. So if we go ahead and look at the stats, Jaylen Brown was the leading scorer with 23 points per game, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1.6 steals, shooting 50% from the field and 37 points from 3. That's a pretty good season from him. Actually, if we look at some of his previous seasons, it's not the most points of his career, but it is the highest field goal percentage of his career. So very impressive nonetheless. Bam Adebayo, the second leading scorer with 16 points per game, 9 rebounds, a steal, and a block. We got Porzingis here playing the 3. He got 16 points per game as well and shot 34% from 3. We got Jrue Holiday with 15.5 points per game, Sabonis with 13.7 points per game, and Tyler Hero, who I would have put in at 6th man of the year, but Chris Paul beating him out. He got nearly 16 points per game, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, almost averaging a steal on pretty good field goal percentage. And the 3-point percentage, 42%. Yeah, that's nice. Glad to have him on the team, but unfortunate that he's out for yet another 4 to 6 weeks. So, if Milwaukee's able to make it to the finals, he should be back to contribute. We'll just have to see how that goes. Bobby Portis off the bench looking pretty good as well. And then looking at the stats of the players we traded, we once again gave the Celtics 2 MVP candidates, same as we did in the Sixers Rebuild Restart Challenge. So Giannis getting a double-double and a steal and a block. And yeah, good looking stats right there. Brook Lopez on the Kings, he got 11 points per game, almost 7 rebounds, and a couple of blocks. I think that's pretty comparable. The scoring's not comparable, but the blocks is comparable to what he got in the previous season with Milwaukee. His shooting percentages went down significantly from around the 50% down to 40%. Yeah, that's not helping the Kings out at all, and he's an aging player, so kind of surprised they made that trade. With the Miami Heat, Damian Lillard averaging over 30 points per game on 54% shooting from the field, and oh my goodness, nearly 44% from 3. Yeah, he went off. The dream scenario every Miami Heat fan wanted to see, getting Damian Lillard onto the team, and he showed up and he performed. Totally forgot that Malik Beasley had also made it onto the Celtics. He averaged 20 minutes per game with about 10 points per game. He's had his ups and downs through his career already. 8 years pro at this point. But he had a very good field goal percentage, his best of his career since the 2018-2019 season with Denver. His 3-point percentage was, not too bad, 37%. So all in all, seems like a good role player for the Celtics. Okay, once again, I forgot another player that went to the Celtics, and it's right in front of my face. Chris Middleton, averaging 18 points per game, 4 rebounds, 3 assists on 47% shooting from the field and over 40% from 3. Another great season for him and one of his better seasons from 3-point. So, yeah, another good season from him. We gave Boston a good one, and I'm really surprised that they only had the 7th seed in this simulation. Okay, so without further ado, we'll go ahead and simulate the play-in here and see who makes it through. And wow, once again, Boston, where are they at? Oh, there they are. Okay, so Milwaukee and Boston in round one. We have our dream lineup, our three bigs out there, Kristaps Porzingis, Sabonis, and Bam Adebayo. And we're going up against the juggernaut team of Giannis, Jason Tatum, and Chris Middleton. So let's go ahead and start simulating. We might not even get past round one in this simulation. I mean, that is a tough 7-seed matchup. So let's go ahead, simulate game one. Yep, like I said, that's a tough 2 versus 7 matchup for the 2 seed. Losing game one at home. Go ahead and simulate the next one here. And going down 2-0, simulate the next one. All right, we're starting to make a comeback. Down 3-1. We're going right to the simcast. So far, so good. We got a pretty sizable lead here. Looks like it might start going away though. Now the game's neck and neck once again. All right, and looks like okay, pulling away. We got the win. So now we're going to a game 6. We'll go back to Simcast yet again. Right now, again, we got the early lead getting up here. And it's a little bit of a back and forth. We're now into the third quarter, down by about 10. Simulate a little bit more. Yeah, this is not looking good. And the Milwaukee Bucks have been eliminated in round 1 in 6 games. Yeah, I'm more surprised the fact that the Celtics were the 7 seed in this simulation. And, it gets so attracted to the Jaylen Brown trades, the Kristaps Porzingis trades from Boston that I think we end up just building a juggernaut over there. So we really need to be careful in our future restart challenge videos because giving the Celtics any kind of good players is just not good news. Let's go ahead now, simulate the rest of the playoffs. And Ja Morant getting Western Conference Finals MVP. Joel Embiid with the Sixers getting the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. They are going up against each other in the finals, and the Sixers take home the victory. Joel Embiid getting the finals MVP, averaging over 30 points per game, and that'll be that. So let me know in the comments down below, would you have done something differently? Obviously, we experimented a little bit this video going for 3 bigs in the starting lineup. Maybe that wasn't the best move. But, I had to try it just to see what would happen. We were 1 game away from being the 1 seed, and then we got we lost. We lost to a 7 seed. So not what you want to see. And Giannis wasn't even the leading scorer. He was the 5th highest scorer, actually, in Game 6. So, that's nothing to feel too bad about, I guess. Let's go ahead and look at some of these other games. Yeah, it's mostly Tatum doing all the scoring. But yeah, you could tell, Giannis and Middleton wanted that revenge against Milwaukee for doing that trade, for trading them away. And that is what it is. Derek White had 1 big game, I guess, here. 39.7 of 10 from 3. Man, the simulation doing us dirty. But yeah, like and subscribe for more. We got other restart challenge videos and other NBA 2K24 rebuilds and tutorials coming your way. And I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.